Okay, this is a lesson for Year 11, Inequality. We're looking at gender inequality, and in this lesson we're looking at the connection between socialisation and gender roles. If you remember from the previous lesson, gender roles is how we think we should behave as a male or a female. Not biology, how we are taught as part of our culture to behave as a male or as a female. So we're going to learn about how we teach our young their gender roles. We're going to understand the process. Hopefully you already understand this process, done it enough times. And we're going to think about all this, about you, your life, and where you've been brought up. Keywords: toys, cards, dolls, action man, Barbie, pink and blue, risk-taking, domestic roles, passive and active. And the last four terms here are to do with the sociology bit of it, really. Okay, so let's move on. Let's start off with these toys. Nurse outfit, nurse outfit. Doctor, doctor. What's the obvious thing you notice? Girls, nurses, boys, doctors. No reason in terms of genetics why this is. Why are girls doctors? So why are girls nurses, why are boys doctors? There's no genetic reason for this. It's something cultural. And these kids are being taught something here. Blokes are in charge. Girls do what they're told to do by blokes. A toy toolkit. Here's the saw, here's the hammer, here's the workbench. There's a boy playing with it. It's a boy's toy. Boys do this sort of stuff. Here's a toy kitchen set. What we can see here. Here's the sink, here's the cooker, here's the kettle. And of course, it's girls. You have to ask yourself the question, what is being taught here? What message is getting across to these kids? Yeah. What is this process called, by the way? Can you remember it? Look at the board. This is primary socialisation. How we are ramming this culture into these children's heads. Boys are like this. Girls are like that. Boys are like this. Girls are like that. Carrying on. Let's have a quick think now about birthday cards. You can see here some birthday cards. You will notice that none of these cards mention daughter or son. It just says happy birthday. It doesn't say anything. A birthday message, especially for you. Happy birthday. It doesn't say happy birthday, daughter or son, but we know who these cards are for. These cards are for girls. These cards are for boys. Looking pretty, princesses, pink, picking flowers, driving cars, riding motorbikes. Other examples to talk about in class. Yeah? We are telling our children their gender roles. We expect girls to behave like this. We expect boys to behave like that. If a boy behaves like this, we think that was weird, unnatural. Nothing to do with nature. It's to do with culture. Toys. You can see here, little girl here, and here's the pretend cot, the pretend swinging chair, the pretend car seat, the pretend pram, the pretend everything. Little girls playing dress up as ballet dancers, princesses, fairies. Here's a doll This doll is for a girl. I hope you've got that. If we gave boys these presents, well, that's weird. That's wrong. Ask yourself, what are we prepared? So what is this about? What is this about? I'd have said this is about training girls to want to be mothers. Compared to boys. Lightsabers, Action Man, Ben 10, action figures. Yeah, these are dolls. These three here are dolls. But if you called them dolls, boys wouldn't play with them. They wouldn't buy them. So you call them action figures. You're teaching girls to be passive, to look after people, to look after things. Teaching boys to be active, to be risk takers. And sciencey type stuff. Test tube aliens. Here's a picture of a boy on the cover. This is not an accident. The people who sell these games, sell this test tube aliens kit, know that if you put a picture of a boy on the front cover, boys think it's a toy for them. Girls think it's not for them. Toys like this, it's very active. You're doing stuff, it's not a dinosaur thing. So look back at the keywords. Risk-taking, domestic roles, passive, active. I hope it's fairly obvious now. We use toys in socialisation to teach girls to get ready for their domestic roles. Looking after people. Cooking and cleaning. Looking after babies. It's all passive. And we get boys ready for their active, risk-taking roles. Doing things, taking chances, getting stuff done. Right, now, in class, what we'll then do, we'll use all this knowledge to talk about this essay. Discuss how far sociologists, not us, would agree that our gender roles are the result of genetic differences between males and females. Obvious answer, no. Nobody in sociology would think that. And you talk about all the stuff we've done in this lesson in an essay form as your evidence for this.